I realized that there is nothing that could make me travel around the world the same way as I did. When I started, it was the environment, the adrenaline, the pulse of the kitchen and the busy service, and that's also what kept me for a long time, the kick you get of a busy service. When I started to work in cruise ships, then I moved to Australia, I worked a lot in Asia and Russia, and now in Switzerland. It's also the part you get of different cultures by working around, and also you understand lots from the culinary profiles of different countries.
I grew up in a farm and we were self-sustained. So we have our sheep, goats, rabbits, and also our own gardens. So since a little kid, I knew how to cultivate all this. And therefore, after I moved from Cyprus and I went to New York to study, at the same time, I was working in restaurants and making money. So gastronomy came eventually from the small village that I was in a big city like New York, which was completely different. There I started working in hotels and restaurants in New York. Then I had my own restaurant in New York City. And then I moved to Greece, where I worked there for different hotels. Then I opened my wine bar.
I realized that there is nothing that could make me travel around the world the same way as I did. And at that time, I already been on cruise ships. I've already been doing a lot of international in Asia, and also I lived a long time in Australia. So that was the major thing that made me stay with the culinary. You have the possibility with fully controlled environments when you're cooking, so you can control your temperatures, your humidity. Not now automatically come for the contemporary, you're also considering the traditional cooking technique and see what will be the most genuine result. And this is of course also a challenge to get the students to think the same way, that not just automatically go for sous vide because they just learned that okay, what would happen if you do it the traditional way? What's the advantage? It's really interesting now to forward all these things.
Exactly, this is the issue now, because now they are more educated, also the customers. So a lot of customers, they will specifically ask, I want my steak, let's say medium rare, and it's supposed to be medium rare. Before it was, do it as you wish. And of course, with all the technology, let's say in the kitchen, but within also the technology like social media and the knowledge that you get, therefore, in order to adapt, you need to follow what are the current trends. And globalization, which is so easy now, you can get ingredients from everywhere, then it's challenging also for the chefs to create dishes based on seasonality. I'm teaching this culinary class, which is food and culture for the degree students, and I incorporate a lot of sustainability because that's the future. We start first of all, we're talking about what is sustainability, which has to do with local food and everything else, but something which is huge also is food waste. Yeah, we are trying also to convince students, but also at the same time, meat cookery, which is the animal, the whole animal, meaning we're using the offal, we're using the head, the tail, and you do different recipes because nothing is being wasted. If you don't have, let's say, vegetarian dishes in your menu, you won't be able to be segmented. You're losing business.
You need to be very aware of sustainability. Now with Guide Michelin are having their green stars, and you also see now sustainability within the work environment, that you can keep your chefs, that they can have normal working hours, they can have normal family life. Also, from my point, when I look at sustainability and also the luxury segment, I am very sure that we will see in the future chefs that will design menus that are designed to treat the disease, specifically for diabetes or for high blood pressure and so on. You see now that the big trend is fine dining. A lot of restaurants, they serve, let's say, 9-course menus. You go there, you pay 250, 300 francs, pounds, and it's everywhere. I would tell, let's say, people to invest money in education for gastronomy and hospitality, because our industry is a diverse one, meaning that
you might finish, let's say, in hospitality, but then you can work also in other industries.
I think also the last 4 or 5 years we're actually moving away from these set menus. People don't want to sit 3-4 hours and be so specific about detail on food. A lot of 3-stars, they also offer a la carte, and it also have to be more relaxed. And also I think for people that are joining the industry as culinarians, they need to understand, what do I want to do? Don't try to please all segments of the market. What would be something new in this area where I'm gonna open, and then focus on that and do that really, really good. Do a small thing that you do well, and then you can increase slowly. I think this is the major thing that you understand.